Parenting,
Hoes,
drugs,
bitches,
father figures,
bitch niggas,
mentors,
alcoholics,
people that you need in your goddamn life.
crackheads,
Entrepreneur,
new crackheads,
successful business people.
ugly children. Welcome to NTS, which stands for niggas talking shit.
What up, BigHerc916?
Jeff Brown, NTS. You already
You
know.
know.
You already know.
One of the things we were talking about and we hear in a lot of hushed tones is, you're blowed out, man. And what I mean by you're blowed out is that you got women and both men that are going after the opposite sex, thinking that they're in a certain category when they're so far from that if you were to put them up in a race against a cheetah, they couldn't catch the cheetah's poop.
Dude, look. I got a basketball and I got some sneakers. Fuck it, I'm going down to the Staples Center. I'm playing with the Lakers tonight. No, you're not. That idea is blowed out. You are out of your... Here's what blowed out means. It's not just the condition of what we're discussing that belongs to you. It is the condition of your mind in relationship to where it should be, in relationship to whatever the fuck it is you chasing. Okay? If you down at the car show on the weekends and you about 6 months worth of body work off of having your car outside, your car is blowed out.
You're blowed out.
Being blowed out is a point of reference. It's where you are versus where you want to be in conjunction to what you're using to get there. And if that formula is not right,
you blowed out.
You blowed out.
If you're only showering 3 times a week, but you're thinking you can attract somebody that showers every day, you're blowed out.
You're blowed out, bro. Unless you can find somebody that likes stale ass. Now, there's some stale ass people. It's some to get back on the body shaming thing. I'm kind of over the phrase body shaming.
I'm over it too, because just because you put on Lululemon or workout pants doesn't mean you should be wearing that shit. A lot of you women, I don't know if what's her name, the girl who walks around and she's got fat and she's talking about she's healthy.
Lizzo.
Don't let that be a bad example, because I'm telling you right now, you don't want to be. It's not healthy to live like that.
No,
it's not.
And I think this is one of the things.
It's a false message going on. That
most blowed out people have in common. Shitty friends. Because your friend's not being honest with you.
No.
If you resemble the remarks that people have about you when they get mad, you fire your friends. Fire your friends. Somebody's not telling you.
Not being honest with you.
Yeah, somebody's not telling you that double camel toe is not sexy. And I'm not talking about just the one your cooter make. I'm talking about the one your thighs make on either side.
Oh, you know what they call that in the front too? They call it a fupa.
A fupa. Oh, yeah.
Where you got
the upper pussy.
Yeah. it's like a reverse butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But but they have that. I've seen girls wear that and then have their belly button showing.
Oh, I call that a front ass. That's a front ass. You got the front ass right there.
And we're not just picking on women, because I've seen a lot of guys who, thinking that they got their Mac Daddy, this and that. This dude got some doo-doo drawers on. He got those what do you call it? At Big Five, you know how they have the big bins and they got the little cheap Nikes. He talking about these are good. Man, them Nikes is from like 10, 15 years ago. They couldn't get rid of. And then you got the old, what do you call it? The sweats where you don't wash them twice. They real thin to where if you bend over, you can see your butt through. Your butt through, and they're real thin material. He got those cheap sweats on, but he's trying to mac at the girls, at the gym, because he think he's a bodybuilder or a fitness guy, because he goes to the gym, and he blowed out.
Well, okay. Now.
That dude, he has no style. He's walking around there looking at.
Dude ain't got no style.
Well, and he's looking at these young girls, and it's like, dude, she'll never. I mean, you look like a pervert. For real, I seen him, dude. Creepy. You look creepy, man. You got this old Fruit of the Loom T-shirt on with them old beat up sweats with those cheap ass Nikes, and you like,
dude,
it's like, come on, dude.
Every time
you blow it out.
It does not fail. It does not fail. Every time I go to the gym, I see this. No, don't lie. Periodically, when you go to the gym, you see this dude. Apparently, he late 40s, early 50s. His wife done left him. You can look at his body. He ain't huge, but you can tell he ain't athletic.
Maybe he played a little high school ball.
Right, maybe plays. He in the gym with a tank top, some dress pants, and he over there doing this thing with you got a street belt on, dress pants, and some sneakers with a tank top. You ever see that old dude in there? Bro, that's blowed out.
Well, what about the dude with the Under Armour shirt that he done cut the arms out so you think he got big lats, and he walk around there and he got the shorts that come past the knees and then some Skechers.
Or the dude, how about this dude? If you've been going to the gym for over a year, I'll put 2 years in, and people who know anything about working out can look at you and see which days you skipping, you blowed out. As in, you ever see this dude? Monster guns, monster chests, and is in the 3rd trimester. Because when he go to the gym, he don't work shit. He don't do nothing but curls and bench press. He ain't doing no cardio. He ain't watching what he eating. He got this right here. Yeah. He got this right here. Because in the words of my Uncle James, I ain't going to hit you with this. I ain't going to hit you with this. You ain't got to worry about that. Yeah. Dude, you blowed out. What blowed out really comes down to is how dishonest you are with yourself.
Yes.
You being dishonest with yourself on some level. And right there is the blowed out is the symptom of dishonesty. It's just a symptom of self-dishonesty.
And I think too, it's like, maybe too much ego or pride, because like you have to at some point when you look at yourself naked in the mirror, and you notice certain things, you got to be aware of that. You mean to tell me that because it don't happen overnight that you become blowed out? It's progressive. It took time for you to get to that point. And whether it's blowed out physically or, just your appearance socially, you let your hair go, you got bad hygiene, you're not cutting your fingernails. I mean, I've seen people it's like, man, did you not see that goddamn pimple on the side of your nose and all those ingrown, you cannot, didn't you go to a hygienist to get your skin done? I mean, come on, man. But you're in this girl's face and you're talking to her and you can tell she's looking at you like, dude, what are you doing talking to me?
Right. She's looking at you like you got a doo-doo suit on.
Yeah.
And you in her face. Now, and again, let's back down what you said just a little bit. Not everybody can go to the hygienist, but just about everybody can go in CVS and get a pair of them toenail clippers. Get the toenail clippers because you can clip your fingernails with toenail clippers. Mm-hmm. You can't clip your toenails with fingernail clippers. Get the toenail clippers. Take some decent steps. If you have the ability to watch this video, I'm talking to you because there's some people, God bless them, that's living under underpasses and in their cars. God damn it, that ain't even an excuse. Yeah, at the risk of oversharing, when I first moved back to LA from Chicago, what was this, 06, 07? Something like that? Bruh, in a few months, I wound up homeless. I believe I told you my homeless story, right? Mm-hmm. I wound up homeless. But during that 5-month phase of my life, where I was sleeping in my truck, working out and taking a shower at 24, and taking a shower at my job and going to work, nobody knew. Not one person knew I was homeless. None of my friends, none of my relatives, because it was temporary. It's some shit that I knew. Right now, I'm just without a house, but I'm going to fix this circumstance. And during that time, nobody had any idea from the way I looked, smelled, dressed, or carried myself because of my image of self-worth.
You know what, though, we talked about this even off camera, where you said like CEO or somebody who runs a Fortune 500 company, or somebody who's this very highly goal orientated, they're usually not blowed out or like physical wise. They might not be, you ain't got to be a fitness model or a bodybuilder, but they are conscious about their health. And just like you said, going back to not having to wear in 2008, right? A little while after you were out here, I got out the pen. I was living in the halfway house, sleeping in a room with like 12 other dudes on a top bunk, and I would take my little duffel bag, catch the red line to the blue line to the red line, and go to LA Fitness, work out, shower there, put my little cologne on, and I wasn't allowing myself to appear to be blowed out, even though I didn't have shit. I had enough money to get there, buy maybe a little something from the little fast food spot, and that was it. But my mind was success. So I didn't let my circumstances reflect on me as a person, because you never knew when opportunity was going to present itself. And that's the thing. A lot of people, you can sit there and tell them something. I hear it all the time. Like, man, what do you do for this? What do you do for that? Like, health-wise, eat this, this, and this. You go tell them, then they go ask another. Well, I just went and talked to dude. So why you ask me then? You just asked me about a nutritional program, or you asked me about how to enhance this part of your life, but then you go back and ask the other person, and then you question me. So what's the point? Those people are blowed out.
Well, let's go back to you for a second, and why. Fresh out of prison.
Man, 34 years old, nothing.
34 years old.
Nothing to show for it.
Fresh out of prison, nothing to show for it. Riding the public transportation, no money, taking a shower. Let me tell you why that doesn't equal blowed out. Because the true definition of blowed out is when you let the game win. For whatever reason.
And start making excuses.
You start making excuses. I
can't
get in shape. You let the game win. I ain't no way.
I'm not worried about that. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. Blah blah blah. I mean, dude, I religiously went to the gym. I religiously went from the hood all the way to the valley. I could have worked out over by Culver City somewhere over there.
Let me spot you.
Yeah. But I came way over here to the valley because I said, you know what? When I get out, I'm going to put myself around success, around people, I think, so that I can be around a positive influence. Not to say they don't have positive over there, but I was in the hood. I was in the halfway house was straight gang central. So I knew I wasn't going to find anything I was looking for over there.
Right.
And so I spent, it would take me an hour and a half to early in the morning to ride that thing all the way over to the valley, man. And I kept that mentality, and even when I moved out here and got a room, and dude, the room, I think I told you, I had to walk through somebody else's room to get to my room. And this dude, all he watched was like, what was that Hostel, and what's those other crazy movies? Oh my God. You be hearing like bodies getting cut up. And I'm like, this dude is, I sleep with one eye open like, this motherfucker, is he crazy? Is he going, what type of shit is he going to watch this shit?
Snap and do, right?
Religiously, he'd watch this crazy, demented shit. And I had a little air mattress. I'd fill it up. Halfway through the night, I'd be on the ground. I have to plug it back in and wake up. and then I go back to bed. And I used to bust cheeks on that thing. Man, I busted some cheeks on there. Man, I have some females coming through.
Bring females in there?
Dude, I would bring them through. They would look at this dude, look at me, and I just act like I didn't see him. We walked straight to my room. And I mean, I thought about those times, man, and how I never...
You never had to stop one and go, look, okay, the struggle out here, but the dick is in there.
Yeah.
So you need to not focus, because you focus and you fucking it up, right?
Exactly.
The dick's in there. Keep looking, just keep walking.
Keep walking.
Keep walking, and we're moving.
And it goes back to the mentality.
Right.
You know, one of the things that saved me was I took care of my body, I took care of my mind, and I I never allowed that blowout mentality to seep in, man. Because once you allow that to take over, it's a wrap, you know.
I think that's where you derive your power from, is the ability to hold your head when the shit is hitting the fan. And this not coming from a couple of dudes who ain't seen no rough shit. Blowed out starts when the game wins. When you let the game in your mind take over, and no, I don't have, no, I can't do. What's the point of? When you start to think that way, here come Uncle Blowed out. He finna visit you. And if you really, really want to get ahead, you want to do things with your life, you need to look at your life and see where Uncle Blowed out is. If Uncle Blowed out is in your... And fellas, be honest with yourself. When you stand in the mirror naked, not the front shot, not this shot, turn sideways. Look at yourself, that side shot. That front shot, you look like Apollo Creed. You turn sideways, look like Alfred Hitchcock. You work that shit out. Be real with yourself. Because that's where Uncle Blowed out lives. Everywhere the game wins and everywhere you lying to you. When you let the game win and you keep lying to you, Uncle Blowed out get comfortable.
And for you women out there, if you can't look down and see your coochie, then you know you blowed out, because you're not that thing is not getting clean like it's supposed to. It's not. That thing's got some shit going on down there. We call it funkadelic. So you know, when it gets to that point, you need to do something, and it's all right to admit that you need to work. I mean, it's in progress. I mean, it's life. Nobody wants to be blowed out. I would think not. I mean, don't raise your hand and tell me you want to be.
I would blowed out people.
No, I don't think so. They could try to just, oh yeah, I'm not really. No, you know, you're trying to make yourself seem comfortable with that, but you're not comfortable being blowed out.
I'm diabetic. Okay. There's type 1 diabetes. That's the kind you come here with at birth. Then there's type 2 diabetes. That's the kind that can be controlled by diet, exercise, and regimen. Then there's nigger diabetes. Now, nigger diabetes starts with ham hocks, black-eyed peas, macaroni and cheese. By the way, you're not eating soul food. Soul food is eating you. Diabetes runs in my family because don't nobody run in your family. That's right. Why diabetes runs in your family. That's where Uncle Blowed out live when you make them excuses. Oh, this baby weight. This is baby fat. God damn it, how many babies did you eat? You have got to stop making the... Is baby fat 2 words? Nicole Murphy. She has 5. I think she has 5, 6 kids. Have you seen Nicole Murphy? That's because she not fucking with it. She ain't about it. She ain't bullshitting with it. Well, she rich and she can afford trainers. So what you telling me then is that the only women with kids that's in shape are rich.
But what about the ones that can spend like $400 or $500 on their hair, extensions and all that, but can't get a gym membership?
Got a Birkin bag.
Yeah, can't go to gym membership. I'm talking about you're religiously getting them extensions redone, getting the roots done, coloring your hair, but you can't make it to the gym 4 times a week?
Well,
come on, man. That don't make no sense.
That's about our social bar. That's about our social bar as men. As men, we and ladies, this ain't cute. Stop gauging your worth by what man will fuck you. We're horrible. And I don't care what you look like. There's a motherfucker out there that wants some.
They got a picture of you or somebody looks like you on Pornhub.
Okay. So other thing.
They got a category.
This is why fuck you for saying we're fat shaming. This is why. Because if you can be searched on, if your body type can be searched on Pornhub and you get something back, and I'm telling you, you can get something back on everything except this. Interracial granny porn midget fisting. There's nothing for that. I looked it up. I was bored one night. But if you a BBW, I'm not fat shaming you because somebody wants to fuck you. Because if you go to Pornhub,
some little skinny dude,
it's millions of hits for that shit. Yeah. It gets in the way. I'm not looking for it. I've had ass with no stomach, so I've been tainted. I used to think ass and stomach was like a combo that you had to get, but actually, if you're patient, you can get ass a la carte. I have, so it's almost like, and I hate to go on this Pornhub tangent, but what I hate is when you're looking down the thing and, you know to put your shit in. Okay, I do put my shit in. Okay, what I like. Okay, me personally, I like interracial porn, right? Why? Because I like the niggas that like to fuck the slavery out of white girls. Be fucking them like slavery was they fuck. What's my man's name? What's the dude? Look like Jamie Foxx? Justice Slayer. Shout out to Justice Slayer. Justice Slayer be putting them shit bitches through the paces. God damn. Well, when you looking through your shit and you see a title that don't look good, dude makes other dude pay, or you see one dude like, oh fuck, how did this get in here? Because I didn't search for that. Okay? Somehow blowed out makes it into my shit. I'm not looking for your raggedy ass. I'm not. I'm looking for bras. I go, God damn. They ain't got to be Roxy Reynolds. They don't. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about the blowed out broads that are shoving it all in some Spanx or not doing your best. If you know you're not doing your best, if you know you know, if you making an excuse for Haagen-Dazs at 1 a.m.
And you know what? It's like they try to make it like, oh, it's cute and this and that, and you look and you know, like, look, man, you might think it's cute, but literally, you're on the verge of having a heart attack and dying. I mean, some of these girls, you know,
stroking out.
Some of these guys too, but the girls, you know, they got the ones now, and they got, you know, because OnlyFans now they can make money off that because they got dudes from all around the world who don't want to be seen with that, 2 tons of fun, right. SSBBW, but he'll send her some money to see her put some watermelon between her coochie and squeeze them, you know what I mean, or some whatever she's doing on there.
Nigga, watch this shit.
Watch this shit. So, that makes it think like it's normalized, but it's not healthy, and you're blowed out, man. So if you want to live to see your 60s and 70s, you might want to reconsider what you think your lifestyle consists of right now, as far as what you're eating and how you're taking care of your health, walking and what have you, because a lot of people want to justify, make excuses, and there's really no excuse. Your body is a living organism, and therefore what you feed into it, it gives it energy in its output. So if you're going to give yourself ho-hos, Twinkies, and top ramens and all this garbage all day, what do you expect? It's like putting shitty oil in the car.
Right.
It's going to break down.
Well, and speaking of that, we have to learn to stop letting the individual who will allow us to be less than ourselves into our circle. You have to be with people, especially as a mate, that is going to push you towards your best self. That's what we're both supposed to be doing in a relationship situation, in a friendship situation. Mm-hmm. We push ourselves to be our better selves. If you were a dude that is allowing you, like most of them dudes, and this is the way the scale go.
If I'm seeing you sit around, bro, and eat shit all day, and I'm sitting here eating all this healthy stuff, and I'm not saying something to you.
I don't give a fuck about you.
I really don't give a fuck about you.
And if you both sitting there eating the same unhealthy shit, fine. You're paired. But where is that pair going? Where's that pair going? Mm-hmm. Understand that any dude, any woman that's in your life, matter of fact, ladies, if you get with a man and he ain't shit when you get with him, and you've been with him for a year and he still ain't shit and ain't trying to be shit,
he ain't gonna be shit.
It's you.
Yeah.
It ain't him.
No,
it's you.
That's just him.
Not like, okay, he really, really ain't shit. But the right woman for the right man will make the right man change.
No,
I really believe that. Okay, we gotta get into that.
Yeah, because
I'm sorry, man. I really believe
if a man's gonna change, and you said because if the right woman comes along, she could, make him want to motivate him. He has to motivate himself. I cannot tell you to go to the gym with me. I cannot tell you to read a book or study with me or to want to learn how to advance socially. I can't make you want to go to events with me and get out and meet people. You have to have that in you, because sooner or later, somebody's going to win the tug of war. And it's going to be a tug of war because say you're in a relationship and you're like, you're trying to advance. This particular person, they're at a point where they're just cool. They don't need anything extra. They got everything they want. They're kind of, in a comfort zone, and you're not. You're still looking to further certain things in your life. So you want to go out. You want to go and travel. You want to go meet new people. You want to, eventually, buy a jet or, a chateau over in France or something. And they're looking at you like, man, I don't need all that. So, yeah, you might have started off with some great fucking, great conversation, but essentially you're going to part ways because somebody's going to have to give. Either you're going to have to let go of your dreams because this person, even though you guys have this connection, but as far as goal and life-wise, you see two different pages,
or they're going to
have to like elevate and come up to where you're at.
Sure.
So that's why people say, do death do us part? Not necessarily, because if one person is continually advancing and the other person gets to a point where, you know what, I just want to sit down and just let myself go, then it's not going to work out. And you can't be mad and make that person feel guilty because they're not ready to stop. And that's the problem. Is a lot of people feel like, oh man, you should. No, if you want to do something, if you want to change, I can only, essentially, after a while, we're going to kind of go our different directions because we don't have a lot in, our commonalities are
too far
apart, and they're growing greater.
Let me clarify. One, to co-sign what you're saying, the one who wins the tug of war is usually the one that's sitting down. If this person that sat down in their situation and you still moving, imagine playing a tug of war. You standing up. You, 6'something", 2-something, strong as Jack Johnson. But the person you playing tug of war with is not tugging. They done put the rope around them and sat.
Mm-hmm.
Bruh, they're more than likely going to win, because if you don't win the tug of war, then what are you doing? You're dragging them.
You got to cut that rope.
You got to drag them. And have you ever seen somebody come across the finish line dragging somebody else? And if they do, they sure didn't make it first.
Mm-mm.
You cannot make it dragging somebody. However, ladies, if you meet a man and this man is whatever he is, whatever situation he is in, if he don't look at you and be motivated to make that situation better, I don't know if that's him. And it's the other way around. Fellas, if you with a woman and she not enhancing what you trying to do, what are you trying to do with your life minutes? Is she enhancing those life minutes?
You know what, though? You just touched on something, and before I lose my train of thought, is what you said is as far as moving forward, and we talked about potential before, is potential is the fact that there's already action going on. So if I see you have potential, which means you are making an effort, you're not just sitting around talking without action, then the investment could be worth the long term, because you know that this person is actually gonna, grow into something. But if the potential is not acting, as far as this person is not even trying, and therefore making excuses, then I could tell you anything you tell that person, it almost becomes at a point resentment for you because you're trying to tell them what they should be doing, and they feel that you should be sympathizing with them, and then it just really doesn't work.
Well, I love what you just said there. And I think this answers a big question with a lot of women because there are, there's no shortage of disadvantage to go around. And it's a lot of good dudes that find themselves at a social or financial disadvantage. And it's not about them being lazy. It's not about them not wanting it. It is purely about their plan. Their plan. Don't attach yourself to a nigga's hopes. Attach yourself to a nigga's plan. You don't fuck about your hope. Hope is personal. Mm-hmm. Hope is personal. That's you can hope on whatever the fuck. A hope in one hand and shit in the other and see which one fill up the quickest. Your hope is just that. What is his plan? And if you've been with him for 6 months, how much of that plan has personally come to fruition? I'm not saying he said I'm going to be the biggest lighting and camera distributor in Southern California. That is an attainable goal because right now someone is. Someone is the biggest, like somebody is. Mm-hmm. What's your plan? If your plan don't include shit, but looking at really nice cameras on YouTube and telling me, just sitting here on the couch, telling me about shots in movies and how they use this and what the white balance is that, and you ain't doing nothing but sitting on my couch, eating my baby snacks, talking about what the fuck you hope happened. I'm not talking about that dude. I'm talking about a guy who says in 10 years, I'm going to be the biggest blank. And year one is about this. And I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I'm doing this, and I've done this, and my next step is this. Even if these steps do not include a bunch of outer, what do they include on inner? As in, I'm going to find out all of the light suppliers in Southern California. And in 30 days, he can tell you that. I'm going to find out what the wholesale price is on tripods. And he can tell you that. And he can tell you the difference between the advantage of having shit on stock and having shit that you order and mark up. And he got all that. That's a plan. Mm-hmm. Now, it might be dead ass wrong because I know nothing about being the biggest light and camera distributor in Southern California. I don't know a fucking thing about that. But I know it requires a plan because whoever did it had one. If the dude you fucking with don't have no plan, you better make like a good ball and bounce. Don't fuck with that dude if he ain't got no plan. Mm-hmm. What's his plan and how does it work? Is it working? How much miracle is involved in this plan? Okay, it's gonna take a fucking miracle.
Well, getting back to, like we said, the whole blow up mentality, and one thing is for sure that sometimes things can be moving and they might not appear to be moving fast enough.
Sure.
And, I've seen people, could you tell certain people like, late 40s, 50s, or even 60s, you have people who have changed career paths and, started from the bottom and worked their way back up to the top. But at the end of the day, it's like you said, what are they doing to further that? And if you could see a person's generally working, they're not just sitting around, bullshitting all day or, wasting time, with a virtual goggle on playing video game, whatever the case may be. There's a great chance this person will, they're destined for greatness, and that's what it boils down to. So, the blowout mentality, at the end of the day, is doing a gut check. And not lying to yourself and, coming to the fact that, hey, if there's some changes you need to make in your life, you make those changes and you don't make excuses. You can't blame other individuals for your shortcoming. You can't look at the next man and try to say run their race for them and then get mad because maybe you feel like you should be where they're at because it's not, your race and their race is two totally different races. So
even if it's toward the same goal.
Yeah, exactly. It could be two totally different races, and he had different shoes on, different vehicle, whatever the case may be. But it definitely it's a mentality thing, And we hope none of you guys don't take it as far as personal, as far as when we talk about the bodies. But I mean, it's just a reality, man. You can't, being healthy is a part of it, just like your mental, the way you look at life, and just setting goals for yourself.
You take it personal. I don't care if you don't like it.
Oh, really, I don't give a fuck either.
Yeah, we really don't.
I don't give a fuck.
You know whether you look like 50 pounds of chewed bubble gum or not. You look. It's time. It's time.
Yeah.
Get your ass up. Whatever it is that you're trying to be, now is the time to be it. Excuses. Look, they're over with. If you have an opportunity to watch this video, I don't give a fuck if it's from a 12,000 square foot mansion or from a cardboard box under a bridge. If you can watch this, you can fix where you are. It just starts with self-honesty. You cannot fix blowed out without being honest with you. First, you got to be honest about whether you blowed out or not. Here's a tip. How much do you resemble the shit that hateful people say about you when they start talking? You fat bitch. You raggedy mouth motherfucker. That busted ass ride. How much of that is true? How much of it is when you go, what? I am fat.
Yeah.
You know what?
My car is filthy.
My car is filthy. It ain't got to be new, but does it have to have 4 inches of fucking Jack-in-the-Box paper in the backseat? No, it don't. In the words of Stevie Wonder, her clothes are old, but never are they dirty, living just enough for the city. It's not about what you have, it's what you do with it. It's the pride you take in it. If you want God, Allah, Jehovah, whatever the universe, to bless you, you must first show yourself worthy of blessing by showing that you give a fuck about what you got. How neat is your box under the bridge? How neat is it? Your busted ass ride. You want a blessing? You want a blessing? Here, I dare you. Tomorrow, get up, clean your house and wash your car. Just clean your house as best you can, and then go outside and wash your car as best you can, and watch what happens. Watch.
I tell people all the time, man, that you're a reflection of the energy you attract.
Yes.
So, I mean, you don't have to have the best name brand on, but if you're clean and, you don't wash your face. First, I remember, my grandma used to say, first thing before you get up and go, did you wash your face?
Right.
You don't go into the kitchen, you don't leave the room, the back area of the house without first doing your hygiene.
Right.
So, these are some of the things, a lot of you guys probably never heard that because you live in filth. You got babies who have been your mentors. So, I'm just giving you some real game, but yeah, it starts with the little things and it works its way up. So, blowed out, man, you guys get your shit together.
Yeah. Maybe you ain't never had nobody tell you get your feces collected, but here's your uncles. We telling you, your shit is raggedy. Get your shit together. And yeah, here's the other thing. If you're not blowed out, stop fucking with blowed outs.
Yeah.
If you're not blowed out, stop fucking with blowouts. Stop going over this girl's house that you got to step over dirty baby diapers and Burger King bags to fuck her on a mattress on the floor. What are you adding to that with your seed? What are you adding to her situation? Another baby? Are you helping the situation? Or are you just here for her hot box? That shit right there is predatory. It's predatory when you fuck with people that's blowed out, you ain't, and you don't give them no advice. You using those people.
Yeah.
You think they using you? No, you're using them. If you're around blowouts and you don't talk to them, you know what you're using them for? To feel better. And fuck you for that. You need to talk to the blowouts in your life, not blowouts. You know who they are. You know who your cousin is. You know who Tracy is that don't nobody talk to. Don't nobody talk about how raggedy that heifer is, walking around with her baby with the snot right here. Oh, god damn. It's a special place in hell for women who will not wipe their baby's fucking nose. God damn it, I hate that shit. It's snot. How your baby behind you in public? That's some blowed out shit.
Yeah, it's blowed out.
You know who that is. Start checking blowouts. If you don't check, you know what? You better be glad I'm not at the pearly gates. Because all you motherfuckers that didn't check blowouts is going to hell too.
There you have it.
There you have it.
NTS.
You already know.
You already know.